Cold plunges are easy if you frame it from a model of addiction. Now, a lot of people are always talking about you got to do hard things every day. You got to push yourself all the time. And they talk about, oh, I don't want to get in that cold water and yada, yada, yada. And I don't really buy that. I think that's a lot of flexing, and I don't think that's helpful to get people to do the things that are initially challenging. For me, doing cold water was initially challenging, and now it's not because I'm totally addicted to the good sensations that happen from it. When you build your habits from a model of positive addiction, things become easy. The arc of doing cold water is starting with a lot of push because it is uncomfortable, especially when you're not used to it. And then eventually you have momentum and it becomes easy. For me, initially it was easier if I was doing it in nature, because when it's a bathtub or a cold shower and you have the option to turn the heat up, then that gives you a choice, which makes it a little harder. Sometimes when you just don't have a choice, doing something hard is a little less hard. But if you don't have access to nature, you can start with warm in the shower and then switch to cold, or start with cold and switch to warm and then maybe do cold at the end. When I do cold showers, I like to rub my body and rub my hands together and breathe vigorously. That works really well. And just getting started, just doing it a little bit, again, with the flexing, people are bragging about staying in their cold immersion for 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Do a dip, get in and get out immediately, and then start staying in a little bit longer. Make it easier. Don't push yourself so much. Start with a little bit and do a little bit more and do a little bit more and do a little bit more, and you'll get momentum, right? We don't have to kill ourselves, do things for bragging rights, X, Y, and Z. All of that is just a lot of an ego game and a gimmick, right? We can nurture ourselves, we can be kind to ourselves, and give ourselves the nudges we need to show up for some new challenges that eventually will become habits, and we'll realize not doing it is its own form of challenge. So build positive reinforcement, build a habit. If you don't like the word addiction, build a habit of things through small, reasonable steps, and not framing something as so hard, such a push, so impossible, something that only an exceptional person does, right? Frame it from a very reasonable point of view that you can adapt to something if you want it enough, and take little steps to make daily progress. So that's my chalk talk for the day, all full of endorphins post cold plunge. It's, as one naturopath doctor I talked to put it, it's getting high without the drugs. So hopefully that's helpful. Enjoy, everyone. Thanks for checking in. More yoga and core conditioning soon.